Greetings, fabulous travel friends. This is Jennifer with JD's Fab Vacations, and I am coming on today to discuss Universal Orlando Resort with you. At least a little bit. I'm going to do a couple more videos, but this one is going to be about the booking process of booking a epic vacation. So, first, here's your inspirational quote for today. And a person susceptible to wanderlust is not so much committed to movement as committed to transformation. And that is from Pico Iyer. And I personally love that because I feel like I'm constantly like all over the place, but it's like because I just want to learn more and do more, and I guess I want to transform. So yeah. And if you have not done so already, please like, subscribe to my channel. That would be super helpful for me. So let's get into Universal Orlando Resort. So Universal Orlando currently, so it is 2024, they currently have 3 parks. They have the original Universal Studios, they have Universal Islands of Adventure, and they have Universal's Volcano Bay Water Park. They soon will have Epic Universe, which is part of the Universal Orlando family. And they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lots of hotels now. They just keep building new hotels. They've got some amazing hotels that you can stay at right on property. Different levels of hotels offer different benefits. So if you stay at one of their premier resorts, which is the Royal Pacific Resort, the Hard Rock Hotel, and the I always forget. Portofino Bay. I always forget that one. I can picture it in my head, but Portofino, for some reason, just does not roll off the tongue for me. If you stay at one of those 3 resorts, then you get what is called the Express Pass Unlimited included with your stay. So that is not the theme park ticket, but that is the Express Pass that is going to allow you to essentially jump the lines. You still have to wait in a line, but it's going to be a much shorter line than staying in the regular line. So they call it Express Pass. A lot of people are used to it being called at Disney, like the Fast Pass, the Genie Plus, the Lightning Lane. Same concept, but it's included in one of those 3 premier hotels, which is kind of an awesome thing. So booking a Universal trip, you will send me information such as what dates you're thinking, or even a time frame. Some people aren't really set into what dates. They just know we've got some flexibility around this time. How many adults, how many kids, ages of kids. I don't really care how old you are, so you don't have to send me your adult ages, but please send me your kids' ages because that helps with ticket pricing. Send me the kids' ages and how many days you're planning on staying there. So whether you want to go for 3 days or you want to go for a week or 2 weeks, I just kind of need to know so that it helps me build your package. And then I will, and a budget. Budgets are always helpful because it helps me send and narrow down the information that I'm sending to you. And I know some people are like, well, I don't want to tell her that I have a $5,000 budget because then she's going to price everything out at $5,000. I'm here to tell you I'm not going to do that. So my goal as a travel planner is to always get you the best bang for your buck. So if you say $5,000 is your max budget and I can find you something for $3,200, you best believe I'm going to give you the $3,200 quote. Now I might give you quotes that are up to the $5,000 point. You can then decide which one you want, but I'm not going to just quote you the $5,000 quote price. I'm going to find stuff that's cheaper so that it will fit whatever budget you're looking at. So just so you know, like I'm not the type that's going to be like, oh, I got to upsell you. No, I want you to go. I want you to have fun. I want you to experience the parks and enjoy them. So if I can help bring the cost down so that it's more enjoyable, because I'm sorry, I live on a budget. And if I can bring that price down, that's going to make my trip seem so much better. So that is my goal. But you will send me some of that information, then I'm going to give you some pricing quotes back, and then we're going to kind of tailor your vacation. Now, if you've done a Disney trip, but you have not done a Universal trip, I am here to tell you that Universal is so much less planning. We'll just say it that way. Less planning. So there is nothing that you really have to book in advance unless there's a super specific restaurant that you really want. Then yes, I'm going to say let's go ahead and book that. So like Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium, I always pre-reserve that because that is one that does fill up or at least has a really long wait to get in there. So I will pre-book that. But you don't have to pre-book it 60 days in advance. It's so enjoyable and so flexible going to Universal. It is a really nice vacation. We were annual pass holders there for 12 years, something like that, and absolutely loved exploring Universal. They are smaller footprint parks, so much to do. But once you come into the City Walk, which is their shopping district, so if you're Disney friendly, it'd be like Downtown Disney or Disney Springs. That's Universal City Walk. Same basic concept. Universal City Walk has more restaurants and less shopping, whereas Downtown Disney and Disney Springs has more shopping and less restaurants. Kind of flopped, but the same basic concept. You'll come into that area and then you will walk to Universal Studios, or you walk to Islands of Adventure. You can walk to Hard Rock Hotel. You can walk to Portofino Bay, and I got it. You can walk over to Royal Pacific. You can walk to Sapphire Falls. Like everything in that general area is really easy to walk or take the complimentary boats to the hotels. So super easy to navigate. Both parks are set up kind of in a big circle, so you just kind of can hit everything all the way around. If you are a Harry Potter fan, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure both have Harry Potter areas. So Islands of Adventure has Hogsmeade and Universal Studios has Diagon Alley. So definitely recommend getting a park-to-park ticket at Universal. So called Park Hopper at Disney, it is called park-to-park ticket at Universal. And like I said, they have the third water theme park. And if you are down there in a time of year where you would enjoy a water park, their water park is phenomenal. It is amazing. It is an amazing water park. They call it a water theme park, and I would definitely say that is true. It is so themed, like a whole story of the Islanders, and yeah, it's a really cool water park if you've never been there and do like water parks. And we typically go over the winter down there, and we still use the water park. So it's nicely warmed. And it's Florida, and so it's typically pretty warm down there compared to Michigan, where I'm from, and it's freezing all the time. So, yeah, they've done a really nice job of that. And then, as I said, this is 2024 when I'm talking to you now, and so Epic Universe is coming in 2025, and that's going to be an adventure all of its own, and it's going to be so awesome. And I probably will do another video about Epic Universe here pretty soon because it is just going to be amazing. But Universal is super great. We started taking our son. Well, actually, I was pregnant when we started going to Universal, but when he started going to Universal, we went on our honeymoon as well. But 9 months old, he went for his first big trip at 9 months old, and we went most years after that. So lots to do, even for the little ones. Not as much to do as Disney. So Disney is definitely younger age friendly, but there is a ton to do at Universal, even for little ones. And the big kids, their roller coasters there are great. They have Velocicoaster, Incredible Hulk, Rip Ride Rocket, which is like jamming out to tunes while you're riding it. They have Gringotts, which is an indoor coaster. The Mummy, my favorite indoor coaster. So they have a lot of stuff. They also have a lot of what I would refer to as screen rides. So a lot of things that are going to be more family friendly, a little bit of thrill, but not so much that you're going to scare and traumatize your little ones. And they have some of the best theater shows there. So the Bourne Stuntacular, if you are familiar with the Bourne movies, this is based on that, and it is some of the most amazing technology that I have ever seen. The first time my husband and I watched it, we were like, did that seriously just happen? Like, how did they do that? How did that work? How did they move this? It is so, so cool. So the technology there is top notch. So yeah, they, Universal does a one night deposit. So whatever cost of one night is going to be your deposit. Depending on the time of year you're going, it's going to be right like in the $300 or less range for most times. And then you have time to pay it off up until 45 days before your trip. So it's easy. It's kind of like putting your trip on layaway. You pay your down payment and then everything's good to go. And we just get to plan in between then and when you leave on your trip. So highly recommend Universal if you have not given it a chance. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's a one-day park. It is not a one-day park anymore. Now, if you were going back in the late 90s, early 2000, yeah, you're probably going to hit it all in one day. But now there is so much to see and do. You really need multiple days in order to see and do the majority of it. And if you are a Halloween fan, they do a scary evening Halloween, very adult-oriented Halloween. They have Grinchmas and all sorts of fun stuff. It's kind of like the Macy's Holiday Parade at Universal Studios. They have Grinchmas show. The Who's are walking around at Islands of Adventure. So they just, like, they have great stuff. Mardi Gras, family-friendly Mardi Gras, but they do throw beads in their amazing parade with phenomenal floats. They just, every season, kind of, they have some different really cool festivals there. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot to see. So definitely hit me up if you are interested in learning more about Universal, because Universal is, yeah, definitely a favorite of ours, and we love it. And I could totally do a video just talking about Universal and all of their rides and all of their shows, and maybe I'll do that sometime. We'll see. So we're going to end this video with our scripture verse for the day, and that comes from Job 36:11. If they listen and serve him, they complete their days in prosperity and their years in pleasantness. So I hope you have very prosperous years and that you have a pleasant adventure in life. And definitely send me a message if you have any questions. Chat later, friends. Bye.